up with these crow's feet, but I ain't losing no sleep. I reckon I'll be okay. They show that I am OG. Go ask my little homies. They follow so they.
What's up, foundlings?
What's up, foundlings? I am here with my new phone. It's a BlackBerry.
It's a Blurberry. I like it.
Yeah, we got branding restrictions.
Damn, bro, I got that Bingberry.
I just got the new BlackBerry, though.
Oh, that Blueberry's fire.
Do you guys see that Dennis Reynolds is like one of the main dudes in that BlackBerry movie that came out a while back? He's got the horseshoe bald.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I really wanted to. And
I know. If I stumble upon it, I'll watch it just for him. Did you ever watch AP Bio?
A little bit.
That was pretty good.
It was good, and weirdly, I just kind of drifted off from it, but it's always one I wanted to go back to.
Yeah. Okay, this is not a movie or a TV show pod. It's the findings.
We found some things.
What did we find this week?
Apparently, I don't know.
Same. Oh, shit.
That was a bad setup.
My phone's smoking. I love the idea of that being a phone. Because that was not too far off. I held an iPhone 4 like a year ago. And it's like this. It's like two of Jason's dicks side by side.
Like, do you remember just like...
Jake, your measurements are still stuck there, huh?
It's all about your dick.
Go to fucking work. Yeah, what shoe size are you? Oh, about 13 of Jason's dicks sideways.
Ooh, that's good.
A little generous, Jason.
I said he measures by that.
It made me think of like when they very first had those touch screens, like the chocolate touch phone, and it was like that
the chocolate touch.
Dude, I forgot about that.
Plastic touch screen that they had.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's delicious.
And everybody's was fucking destroyed because they'd crack and just like
Was that ever a Verizon only thing?
I think so.
Yeah, because you were a Verizon family.
Because
right?
Dude,
it was before like iPhones or anything, so it was like the music phone.
Yeah,
but it was right by the Razor as well. Like before, maybe
around the same time. I think it was a little after because
a little bit after.
Razor was still a flip phone,
and that was like our high school, later years of high school. The Razor was cool. Well,
I never got one. I always wanted one. Never got one.
Ryan De La Rosa had one. Shout out.
I remember I was a Clear Talk kid, which was basically like the Cricket Mobile. What's the other one? What's the other?
Speech impediment? Clear Talk?
No.
Is that class?
No, like the phone provider. Clear Talk back then, it was the worst. You couldn't text. Now it's like Cricket, and what's the one for black people? Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile.
And I was a Clear Talk kid. I had the piece of shit Nokia horse shit. And then I finally saved up enough money to get the Sidekick.
I remember your Sidekick. I was so fucking jealous of it. That thing was a beast, dude.
It was like a PSP.
And you went through a couple different versions of them, and you would flip them and just fucking...
Dude, that flip was so fun, and it was such a flex on everyone that didn't have one of those.
It's like having the flip on your key. You're just like, it's fun.
Ooh, this guy's balling.
True, key fob.
The best thing that came with the phones those days, probably in your guys' opinion, is going to be the ringback tones.
Dude.
Do you remember those?
No,
I do.
Tones?
I could have done without that.
I'm gonna have to try to think of what mine. I'm sure I had one.
Well, I remember calling our good buddy Adam O'Connor, and you'd always
shout out Adam.
Have to listen to that. Like, I wish I knew the person. I'm gonna sound ignorant, but the It was just a classical song that was like everybody's default.
Oh yes.
It's like
It was some Beethoven or some
yeah, something like that.
That was
But
cool.
I just remember
it was
yeah,
not cool.
dude, and you just be so annoyed when they don't answer. You're like, please.
Because you have to
Please.
hear it repeat 5 times. Z, I'm sorry, but you had the worst one. Anyone that's ever known you that knew you
'Cause
then.
I'm 6 feet from the edge.
No, I would have loved that fucking song.
Just the guitar.
You had Cherry Pie by Warrant.
Yeah.
She's mine, and it would land right out in the chorus and just for fucking Pete. And same thing, you're like, you like pull it away from your head so you don't have to hear it, but you can just barely hear it enough. So if you answer, then I can put it back in my head. That was the worst. You had that for like 3 or 4 years. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
That was the thing, is I never recalled myself. So like whenever those first came out, I was quite a bit younger and I was like barely getting into like guitar and shit. So like I would just be going through like my mom and dad's old albums and just listening to like whatever. And they were like, this is the cool song. So I was like about that and like Guns N' Roses and stuff like that for probably maybe 3 months of my life, but it just so happened to be right then. And then after a while, it was just funny how much it pissed my friends off.
Yeah, it's a very Zach thing to like find joy in torturing your friends. Like, if you want to talk to me, you go through this hellish gulag. What is it? Gulag? Hellish slog? Gulag? Yeah, we'll call it a gulag.
That's something. I don't know.
It
was.
makes it so only the real friends get through.
I mean, that's a valid point.
Anybody else that calls is like, I clearly don't want this to go through. So
like, it's just
It's
Zach. I mean, nah. Or Cherry Pie.
I also love that when we were born, there weren't computers. We had the shitty projection TVs and Atari and regular Nintendo. I love that we grew up with technology in such a wild way where like you can spend what was it, like $3 to have a ringback tone or something.
Yeah.
And that was like, holy shit, this guy's got cash. He's got a ringback tone.
nobody spent money on their phones.
No.
And there was no internet on your phone of any kind yet at that time.
No.
And so
Dude, you had fucking Snake, that game.
Snake was a classic.
That was it. You just had a couple of little games.
I'm trying to
And
remember
then
what the other
T9
ones
text. Oh, the other games.
were. The T9. But yeah, I remember
Probably Tetris.
I remember Snake vividly. For sure. I feel like there was some parachute game.
There might have been a parachute game. I just remember like in that era, while you guys think of the games, I'm going to talk about this. Old Z and I got our first job. Guess it wouldn't have been our first job. But this was like before you had the internet. This is what you did when you needed to know something. It was called ChaCha.
Holy
242,
shit.
242.
Dude,
Bro, I can't believe you remember
internet.
that.
You had to
What?
have internet to do ChaCha. To be
I can't believe you remember the number that
One of
like I
us.
know it's just cha-cha, but it's
So-
just wild.
To use the service, all you needed was text, but to work for ChaCha, yeah, you needed like a home computer.
we had some good dial-up. could
We
do
had
it.
just enough to do it. And dude, I've always said this because I talk about ChaCha all the time. But I learned so much from ChaCha about how to use the internet and like using Google. Like my son will search something. He'd be like, who's the fastest guy in the NFL? I don't know. And then he'll be like, I'll search it up. And he's like, who is the fastest guy in the, and I'm like, just search fastest guy NFL. Boom. Keywords. You don't need all the other fluff. Just boom, straight to the point. You'll find the same thing. And I learned that from ChaCha. Just keywords.
Yeah. Well, and if you search exactly what they sent you, then you could just search it. It's for then there's basically how you would Google something before Google was available on the phone and you weren't at home. You'd be like fucking ChaCha Google. And
dude, some of it was tough. And also, what did we get? 20 cents, 10 cents per answer?
Yeah, it sucked. But I remember getting one that it just like stumped me, and I was like searching it, and I was getting all stressed about how long it was taking because you had like restraints on that, like call center or something. And so I just finally went back and just like, I wish I remembered the question, but it was something that I just couldn't find, and I just wrote Space Lord Mother Mother and sent it back.
That's a good reference. If you don't know that, you should be dead.
I never got any
most
repercussions for that at all. It was just like, all right. So that whole time I could have just been writing like dog dicks.
Cheese my ass.
Like just whatever, and
doodle
just
fuck.
blast through them and make a bunch of money.
No, honey, it says dog dicks are the healthiest thing.
I remember my most difficult one. The question was, why is my dad dead? And I was like, fuck, I don't like what do you say to that? Because we had to be very professional in our answers. So we had to try to give accurate answers. So I had to be like, he got pancaked by a drunk dump truck. That is such a Z, you know what I'm referencing.
A drunk dump truck driver.
Pancaked by drunk dump truck driver.
That's hard as fuck to say.
I think you should leave. Watch it on Netflix. Is that the first episode?
I think so.
Baby Jarvis.
Yeah.
Baby Jarvis.
Fuck you, Harley Jarvis. I hope you fucking die. Okay. Yeah. We don't
Anywho,
like that show. We don't like it.
We lived in a wild time because I can't imagine my kids when they're, I mean, we were like 14, 15, 16, maybe, getting a job on the internet. Like, it's all going to be AI or just Google or whatever.
Dude, you're kind of blowing my mind. Like, I never really thought about it just because I think about when I moved to Boise to get and I was looking for jobs. I did a lot of it online, but at that time, even there were a lot of places that were like, you got to come in to get, give us your resume. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there was it was fucking weird. Like, that is a weird time. I had to longboard around to places, dude.
Yeah. Or ride our BMX bikes. But that is weird, Z. We were like underage kids being exposed. I mean, people could have been like, how long's my dad's dick? And then we'd be like, oh, I'm only 14. I'm traumatized. I have PTSD.
The average man's penis is 4 inches, right, guys?
4, just under, I heard.
It's the professional answer.
Sounds about right.
No, that was a very fun era, Z, because we sat in the same room and did it. I remember we had our computers in the same room, and I think we figured if you got hit with like consecutive questions where there wasn't like a lull and you could answer them within 30 seconds, you'd make like $7 an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're just fucking, oh, God damn. Just to make like what was probably then around minimum wage. I think minimum wage was like $5.50 or something when we were.
Oh, dude, it hasn't gone up since 1936. So
not in Idaho.
You're right.
Pancaked by drunk dump truck driver. Say it, Jay.
Wait. Pancaked by drunk dump truck driver.
Say it 10 times fast.
I fucking can't. It's hard.
Say it with a dick in your ass.
Pancake by drunk dump truck driver. Pancake by drunk dump truck driver. Pancake by drunk dump truck driver.
Dum, dum, dum,
Uh,
dum.
It is.
And
got
that's where it falls
Trace.
apart. You did good. Better than I could. I couldn't say it once.
Got fucking Trace, bro.
All right, we got Dogface here today. How's it going?
Well,
Dogface
bro,
208.
just drinking Fanta or whatever the fuck I was drinking at that time.
Dude, if he was drinking Fanta, he would not have gotten popular from that video.
He's just trying to stay healthy, Holmes.
What was it? Cranberry juice? It was Ocean's 11.
It was ocean spray, bro.
Ocean gay.
Ocean's 11.
All right.
No, we don't vote with that where I'm from, bro.
Fair.
Jay, you
All right.
should try to be Mexican.
Well, I'm trying right now.
Like, you should go out for the team. You should just go work at like Jack's or something and just like put a fake name on your application and everything, and then just go in there like that every day and see if they catch on.
Get a
Dude, that
job
was-
out of Valvoline.
I love that Jay would not fit in at all because these were all just straight up like 40-year-old
You guys play
Mexicans.
Zelda, dude?
These are 40-year-old Mexicans from Mexico that didn't speak English. They were there to work. And also, I had a second point. God damn it. I think I
My
lost
mom
it.
is Mexican.
That they
She's
weren't
about 30%.
they weren't
So-
vatos.
They weren't Vatos, so you wouldn't fit in. Fuck,
Right,
that is
yeah.
not good.
Jay, I
Yeah.
think we can only handle about 2 minutes of that before getting canceled. So
Okay. What are we at?
let's get Dogface out of here. I'm sorry.
Dude, me and Dogface are cool, bro. We went to
It's
same
kind of
high
weird.
school.
I feel like you can make fun of like the Vato Mexican dudes without getting too much flack. I think it's
Yeah.
because they're not bothered by shit and white people don't care about them.
That's fucking too true.
I think it's because it's not necessarily like I guess it is.
A stereotype.
I was gonna say like a race, like a racial stereotype, but it kind of is.
it kind of 100% is.
Yeah, it's a
That's why I was
it's a thing.
that's why I was backpedaling.
But I think it's funny enough that people are like, it's funny.
I mean, you know who doesn't get stuck up for ever by anybody is people with red hair.
yeah.
People come up to me all the time. You don't have a soul, fucking ginger, and I just have to be like, huh.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I'm a good sport. But
Dude,
really,
I
it kind
will-
of cuts me to the core and makes me feel separate. Not saying I understand any other races' struggles. They all have different
You're saying you're
ones.
black.
No. I'm just saying as far as white people, I'm like the worst.
Well, I will say this. I watch some sports. In the UFC, some of my favorite fighters are redheads, pale redheads, and they're fucking savages. So you got that. And then also in the NFL, you have Max Crosby, plays for the Raiders defense.
Hey.
He's a fucking savage.
We
Those
have-
redheaded white N-words are fast.
What was that?
White in
Dump
the
truck
words.
dunk with a pancake mix.
There you go.
Cement truck driving with pancake mix.
I hope we can keep some of that. I think so. All right.
Oy, 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 oy.
Anyway, I'm not bitter about redheadedness, for the record. I just, people don't.
I mean, the
stick up
fact that
for-
you're a straight white male is much harder to be than a redhead these days. But we're
Yeah.
not going to talk about that. We're
No.
going to talk about our next sponsor, Jeffrey's Waterbeds. Apparently, Waterbeds are making a comeback. Can you guys give
come
a
on,
little
you're
testimonial to your experience with Waterbeds?
with waterbeds, bro, I got the best experience you've ever had.
He's got the
So
most.
I can attest.
I inherited from my parents at a very young age, probably 6.5 weeks old or so.
Oh,
Did you
so
say-
it was your parents? You probably did have cum on your back.
Dude, well, plenty of unrelated times, but
Can you tell me why after 6 weeks they would have given you such an expensive luxury item as a waterbed?
absolutely. And this is a hard selling point for most waterbeds.
Well, we're looking for honesty here.
They're a fucking nightmare. And so what
They're
you
the
do is you
fucking
buy
worst.
them and you just fucking gift them. And it looks great. You're like, here is
In the 90s,
This-
it looked great.
here's this $1,200 waterbed.
Yep.
Just a big fucking sack of water in your room. For why? I don't know.
Just a
Lay on
hazard
it.
that your dog fucking paws at it. My dog would ruin that thing.
Oh, yeah. You can't have a dog.
He like digs on our bed and
Or
like,
if you have a cat that does like the
Ugh.
purring thing,
Oh,
you'd be
yeah.
fucked too.
God.
I have both. Yeah.
Well, hold on.
My room
Jay-
would be an aquarium.
Jay,
Hold on.
how old would you say you were when you inherited said waterbed?
I'm gonna say that I was 8 or 9.
Okay. That's very young.
It really is. You know what it's great for? The spine.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
A developing spine should also shape to water.
Is that why you're so
Uh,
tall?
Dude,
You know what
helped
else?
me grow a couple extra.
You know what else is good for? Losing water weight every time you slept. Because you would wake up in a pool of sweat.
Oh my god.
Oh no, dude. That thing
Waking
was
up
amazing.
on a plastic bladder
So
of water.
imagine all these fucking idiots now buying saunas,
Dumb
Or-
idiots.
doing ice baths,
Stupid.
just spending their money on changing
Wasteoids.
This thing knew what your body needed,
Waste
and it was either 230 degrees or it was 16 below Celsius.
And that's the
might
technology
be
that
high. Fahrenheit. Let's go Fahrenheit. Because I'm not good with the metrics.
that was the cool technology that came with waterbeds, is that they were ambient and they would just soak up whatever your foundation was outside, or we'll go with ambient temperature.
It's like a mood ring, dude.
Yes.
It's like today your mood is gonna be the flu.
It's like, okay, so we're in the middle of July. It's 110 outside. Guess what? You're gonna sleep on a bag of water that's 110 degrees.
You get to sleep in a bowl of ramen noodles.
Oh, dude.
But it's
And the
not as
noodles
comfortable.
Are just the worms crawling out of you, dude. You're done.
Oh,
Okay, so now
took a
we
turn.
should all take a trip down memory lane of when Jay had this waterbed. But I love it because your dad bought it. He's like, I'm gonna be a G. I'm gonna put velvet sheets on it. I'm gonna have candles.
you'll
Dude.
never be able to sit on it. You'll fucking slide right off. It's great.
And within, Jay said 6 weeks. I'm assuming more like 2 to 3. He's like, Jason, early birthday present. Boom, waterbed, king size.
Get that fucking thing out
It
of my
was
room.
fucking huge.
It was
How do you
huge.
how do you move a waterbed?
I assume you gotta suck its dick, or
Did they just like roll the bag down the stairs? Like
I don't. Oh no, I didn't have it at that house. I
you would
had
have
it-
to have a. It was pine wood for sure.
what do? You
Yeah.
just shoot the water on your carpet? Like fuck it. What do you
shoot
do?
the water on your back, dude.
I've never thought about that. Is there like some special tank you can bring in
Well,
to
you
get the
siphon
water?
it,
To where?
I think you get like a sump pump. You
dude.
guys ever heard of a sump pump?
You just put
Oh,
it
dude.
on your grass or something? All that cum and worms?
Yeah, Grass is fine.
Dude,
You're gonna
I
get
always
fucking
came
worm
inside my
babies.
waterbed.
Dude, that's
You
a good
came
life hack. and you
Inside
just-
a waterbed.
Worm
Yeah.
babies.
If you kept it warm enough, dude, do you think something might happen there?
You just find all this.
Okay, guys, we're getting derailed by the worm babies. Talk.
You
No, we're
just see all
not.
these drowning babies in your waterbed.
Jay,
Is that what you're getting at?
I have very what's the word? Very clear memories of you and I. We played that one army game
Oh my
where there was a
fuck.
black
In the
guy that would
trailer?
always die.
Jones?
No, yeah, Pinewood. Yeah, Jones. This black guy. He was black.
Desert
Just painting
Storm.
a picture. Desert Storm. And he'd always fucking run off
I've
and,
been to the
and
shit.
step on a landmine, and we're like, God damn it, Jones. You're ruining the shit for all of us.
Dude,
And then
Jay,
Jay,
they made his AI worse. I don't know why. It's racist.
he was the token black guy that dies first. I mean, it's a cliche.
He was
But
playing
Jay, what was the
Operation
game?
Human Shield.
Yes, he was
That was
first in the line.
Operation Desert Storm
Jay.
on GameCube, I think.
Yeah, that game was actually really fun and
Dude,
challenging.
so good.
But Jay,
So
what was
good.
the game? What was the game that we played where it fucked with you the whole time? It was like you'd be playing it and then it would like the sound would turn off or
Oh, you're thinking of the fight on Metal Gear Solid.
No, there was like a
it wasn't Metal
game.
Gear Solid.
It was like Amnesia or something like that.
Yeah, it was like a nightmare game, basically, where it constantly fucked with you.
I
And you're
have
like,
to
is
find
this... Dude, that game was
Oh.
fucking crazy. And I remember it did fuck with us and freak us the fuck out. I just said fuck like 15 times in 10 seconds. Fuck, 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 fuck. But
Everybody
Jay,
could
I
use-
remember there's like a scene you walk in a bathroom and open the...
Oh my freak, man.
I found it, guys.
What is it?
It's called Eternal Darkness. Sanity's Requiem.
Yes.
That sounds right.
Dude,
Holy
we should revisit that and play it on the pod
That'd be great.
for like a bonus or something. Because
Dude.
that game I remember was like that was too much for us 10-year-olds back then. Where it's just altering your reality constantly, and you're like, "Am I going crazy?" Or
That's fun.
Jay, also, is that a Donkey Kong barrel by your fan behind you?
Yes, he stopped by earlier and he thought Diddy was coming, but
So is Diddy in there?
didn't.
Yeah, that was good. Sorry, I kind of stepped on your pipe.
You're okay. So, yeah, we got one more than we thought we would have. We had 37 in here. It's monthly stipend.
Yeah,
that
you gotta
we-
hatch them.
You know, though, they
Dude.
do have a new killer. He's probably not even new now because I'm really super behind on it. But
Angry at him.
On Dead by Daylight, they have this killer that, like, I played it a little bit the other day, and they had this killer that makes you, like, go crazy at a certain point.
Oh,
See-
that's fun.
So you just start hearing the heartbeat and seeing the red light behind you, like he's chasing you, even when he's not. And then you'll just, like, see him flash in front of you.
Oh, see,
And-
that's a cool twist on that game.
It was terrifying. Dude, they have
'Cause
a lot of cool stuff now.
I've played that one with you at your place. And I would say not necessarily my type of game, but it is like if you want to get the heart rate going. It's one of those games. Maybe it's because I don't like Thrasher horror stuff.
Slasher.
I said Thrasher. Sorry, I was thinking of a skateboard reference.
If you do like it, I don't know. That would be fucking fun for us three to play on the pod too.
That would be fun.
But getting all scared and shit. They just added Chucky, or they're going to soon, which looked pretty cool. I'm like, how the fuck is he gonna put you up on the hook?
Dude, Chucky could lift 250-pound men. He had superhuman strength.
Yeah, I guess you
But-
see him move bodies
squatted.
and shit.
Squatty potty. The reason I was talking about Eternal Requiem, what was it called?
Eternal Darkness.
The reason I brought that up is because I remember countless nights Jay and I would stay up playing these games. Stay up till like 4 a.m. And then your dad would come in at 7 and be like, Jay, you got to get up. You have a baseball game. And I'd have to crawl my ass out of the bed too and go with him and watch Jason play half awake baseball,
Dude.
or he's just swinging at the coach. What's happening?
I was the worst. Like, imagine a kid on your team that doesn't even care that he's there. He's just like, I'm not waking up early and being like, let's fucking. I'm about to.
Yeah, you
No.
weren't out in the yard practicing with your dad.
I was
day
waking up on
before.
my 20-degree fucking waterbed
Hypothermia
with
setting
Jay
in.
probably laying at my feet, and we fucking just went and.
Dude, I hated every second of that. It wasn't even exciting to watch you go up to bat. I was like, I hate this. I want to be home in my bed that's not made of water.
It
Dude.
Made of
reminds me.
cotton and springs.
It reminds me when it was like the hottest day in the summer, and Jay, I can't remember if you were there, but I know it was me, Jake, and Justin at least, and we decided to stay up all night the day we were going to the water park.
Oh my God, lava hot springs.
Yeah, and we like.
Oh, I
Are you
was
sure
there.
it was lava? I swear it was like
With Devaney and James?
with like a huge tall diving board.
Yeah, that was lava.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because they had the
dude, I was
the
there. I
lazy
jumped
river
off the
next to it.
third.
Yeah, but do you remember? So we had fun at the, pool and everything, and we were fucking exhausted because it was like so hot too. And then we were driving home and we're all just sunburnt and like, oh, in the back of the car and like falling asleep and shit and just so miserable. And then I remember Devaney and James, Justin's parents, were just talking about, we should go tubing down this river.
Yes,
blah, blah,
I remember
blah.
that.
And we're all just like, no,
What?
please. We need to go home and go to bed.
Because tubing is like a 6 or 7 hour ordeal.
God. And we were
Dude,
already
we would have lost
sunburnt.
somebody that day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We'd all be
Luckily,
dead.
they didn't. And we went home. I remember I watched King of the Hill and fell asleep for a day and a half. But it just reminded me of that, when you just get drug into these places and there's just no escape and you have
That's
no
why I hate
sleep.
leaving my house. People
Yeah.
trick me into shit, and I'm like, I didn't say I was gonna go halfway across fucking town. Like,
And be stuck.
I'll complain about going to Walmart. I'm like, fuck, and then they're like,
Oh, dude,
oh, but then
same.
we're also going. And I'm like,
Oh,
no,
Yeah. But also I will say if we have any I'll say 8-year-old to 14-year-old listeners, which I'm sure we got plenty of.
oh yeah,
If you're having like a sleepover and you guys are doing something the next day, don't stay up all night.
Don't.
It seems like a good idea because you're all hyped up about the next day. You're basically just hungover the whole
yeah.
day.
That's
It's
kid
fucking
hungover.
hell.
That's
It's kid hungover. And that reminds me,
I
we
can't
have a
tell them that
sponsor.
because I'm hungover all the time.
We have a sponsor for kids hangovers. Should
Yes.
we launch it?
Yes. Special gummy bears. We'll be
Launch
back.
it.
Welcome
Loader.
back. Welcome back. It's your host, Kurt Loader, MTV News. Today, in music news, T-Pain used auto-tune again. He went back.
What?
And, it's okay. he can use auto-tune, he can stop using auto-tune.
I guess. I mean, that is absurd. In other news, Rihanna zipped her clit in her pants. God damn it.
Holy shit. Is she okay?
Nobody knows yet.
It's a
Oh,
good thing she has insurance on that snatch because she caught whip snatch.
She
my.
got snatch whipped. Bad.
She was bad.
Anyways,
In other news, Enrique Iglesias had a horrible
sucks at
concert.
singing.
Yes. It's all over TikTok. Right now, it won't be when this comes out.
It really is all
Hey.
over TikTok. Did you see any of that with Enrique Iglesias like coming back and he just fucking sucks at singing?
I didn't.
No, that's like this is new. He might be 60, but he's okay. Sorry, I'm having off camera combos.
We're
But yeah,
live. Conan's
live.
going to be here in 5 minutes. We got to be professional.
Conan O'Brien's here?
He's coming. He's on the way.
He probably is. He's 6'3".
Hey, guys, it's me, Conan. Sorry.
Conan, you look different. My favorite Conan clip ever was when he had Conor McGregor on his show and he was like, show me some of your moves. And Conor does like a flying 360 roundhouse crane kick and comes within a half of an inch of his chin with his foot, just full
Ooh.
force. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, that would have been that'd be a clip, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
That would have been a clip. Like, the fucking best Conan clip I remember. This'll age us. But do you remember a long time ago, it was this whole thing, the joke was that, because he was on ABC, I think, at the time.
Probably.
And ABC acquired the rights to Walker, Texas Rangers. So to celebrate, he'd have this big lever that he would pull, and it would just show Walker, Texas Ranger clips.
Oh, I love that.
Fucking ridiculous ass clips. But I remember one of them was so funny because it just showed him like climbing down an airplane and shit. It's like flying over a convertible that's being driven by like a beautiful woman.
This sounds
I think
reasonable.
I remember this.
He gets out, jumps in the convertible next to her, and just punches her in the fucking face.
I love how so much of that could not happen. Like, can jets fly at 75 miles an hour?
Well, it was
Just
like
coast-
one of those like
Dude,
I
the
can't
best
fucking
ones.
remember what they're called in real life, but on like Grand Theft Auto, they're like those dodo planes.
Oh, like the prop planes.
Yeah.
Even those, can they fly at that speed? I feel like
think
they
it
have
would
to hit
be-
at least 100.
He's going like
something.
40
Yeah.
miles an hour. Like
And then he just punches some
Yeah,
bitch.
dude. I don't think you just gotta go like, well, I'm going the speed limit 35.
I'm in the
coasting.
air.
But
in an
everyone
airplane.
knows this Conan thing, but I used to always love to when Paul Rudd would come on
Yeah.
and just like no matter what movie he was promoting or talking about, he'd be like, all right, here's a clip. And he would always show this clip from like this. I don't remember the
Zach,
name.
yeah.
you have to insert that here so people know.
Yeah, I'll try. Maybe it'll get us booted, but
Dude.
that's a good one.
I
Hopefully
know
not.
what you're talking about.
But it was just a clip of this kid in a wheelchair and he's just flying down a hill super fast and his brakes are broken and he's just like, oh, and then
And
he falls
then
off a
just
fucking cliff.
smokes it off a cliff to his death. And then isn't there some weird guy? Oh,
Yeah, like he lands in the water and then this weird alien pops up like,
I mean, you gotta love Paul Rudd.
but apparently it was some E.T. ripoff movie from the 80s. Like
It
some
sounds
crappy movie.
great.
We
It
should
was
watch that
hilarious because he
on our Patreon.
seriously went on and didn't show a clip from fucking Ant-Man, like this huge movie, so much money behind it, and he goes on and still shows that clip.
Yeah, I love that it
Dude.
was a running thing. He's like, I'm not gonna do it, obviously. I mean, I'm a successful actor And then they just rolled the same footage.
That shit has been funny since we were kids and we watched Mad TV, and they had that fucking stupid haggard cheesy couple like in front of the green screen, and they were just singing that song like, you are the love of my life.
Oh my
you
God.
are the
Holy
love of
shit.
my life. And it just go on forever with that love of my life, you are the love of my life. And then fucking later in the episode there'd be some other sketch or whatever, and then it gets over and it would just go bum 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 bum.
You are the love of my life.
And they just kept
Dude,
fucking
no
going
wonder we
back.
love fucking like Adult Swim
And the best
type
part
shit.
was they like after the credits rolled and everything, and it showed like all the, you know, producers, companies behind the show and everything, and then bum 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 and did it one more time. And it was just so much better because when we saw it, your mom was getting so pissed off and so annoyed of it, and we were just like laughing. And then when it came on in the end credits, I thought she was gonna fucking throw the remote at us.
She may
It was
have.
hilarious though. No, she was nice. She's just fucking like, shut up, it's not that funny, because we were just
I know. I loved it
howling.
because that did kind of shape our humor towards like the too many cooks, like some Adult Swimmy type things.
Things going
Also,
on
like
too long, and
I think you should leave. Like
it did.
also like Nathan, for you, have you guys watched his new thing with Emma Stone?
Not yet.
I want to so badly. I
What's
saw
it called?
the project. What's it called? The Experiment.
God damn it.
Resident Evil 7.
I keep mixing it up with his last show, The Rehearsal. That keeps
Yeah.
coming to my head.
But did you see that clip of him on like a late night show where he's got those little like R&B black guy sunglasses and he's wearing some like big leather coat and he comes out? It's fucking Nathan Fielder. He's just a wild man.
Yeah.
And he comes out and plays it straight, and he's like, as he always is, he's in character, and he was talking about how he had to teach. Is it Emma Stone?
Yeah.
I think so.
He's like, I had to help teach her how to act in certain scenes, and like he's not a fucking actor. She's like an actor. Ronald Reagan, the actor.
Oh, it's called The Curse.
The Curse.
I wanted to make sure I got
Reagan, the actor?
the right name in case anyone wants to watch it. But
Dude, the way that they market that show, you have zero idea what it's about. Is it a comedy? Is it a drama? I have no fucking idea. Any snippet I've seen of it, I'm just like,
yeah, me neither. But every single thing I've seen Nathan Fielder in, I love. So
same.
I'll give it a
Really?
go.
Dude, he's so funny. That motherfucker.
Dude, he's the best.
Did you guys watch The Rehearsal?
Oh, yeah.
Did you, Jay? No. God damn it. No,
Scrap the podcast.
That one was really crazy though, because he was doing that. What was that experiment? I'm trying to remember kind of the point of it, like to get that girl prepared to be in a relationship or have a kid.
Oh, that was dark.
It was
That like bummed me out a lot.
He was like trying to help her prepare to have a kid, so they had this whole setup with like kid actors, and they wanted them to age rapidly through it so she could kind of go through the whole thing. So like every 2 hours or something, they'd bring in a little bit older kid.
Right.
And like, but it, not to spoil it, you know, I won't spoil it, but it just kind of gets to a point where one of the kids gets too confused by the whole situation. One of like the actor kids, and he starts to like think that Nathan's actually his dad and stuff.
And this kid like doesn't have a dad.
Yeah.
Right?
What makes it really sad, yeah. So
and then the kid, oh dude, it's actually
What
pretty fucking dark.
But it's
the kid's like
it's hard to describe that show as just straight comedy when it has moments like that, you know.
Yeah, it's quite confusing. It's funny. I mean, it just in the same way that what's his name? The I Think You Should Leave guy. What the fuck's his name?
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson. In the same way that he takes stuff too far, and that's like why it's funny, is it just gets pushed and pushed and pushed. The same topic just gets played out so much. And that's kind of like Nathan Fielder's thing, is just sticking with one thing and just keep going with it.
Or it's like
Writing it out past the first one.
if something awkward comes up, he like leans into it rather than trying to avoid it like you normally do in a conversation like that. Like when that guy on Nathan For You is like talking about drinking his grandson's pee.
Yes, I saw that today. The gas station owner.
And he's like, "Oh, you could drink his pee. It's very nice." And he's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And he just like keeps trying to brush it off. Like, you get scared, you drink your grandson's pee and you feel better. And he's like, "What?"
Dude, you could see Nathan break character a couple times in that scene because he was like, what the fuck? This gas station owner or manager is like, yeah, you drink your grandson's pee. It gives you life and vitality or whatever the fuck.
My grandma told me, when you get scared, you drink the little kid's pee. You don't want them after 5, though. That's just the
fuck.
That's a great clip.
So really, that probably means there are a group of people out there that drink little kids' pee. Like, oh man, I had a bad day at work. Go get me a cup.
Get Robbie in here. Does he need to piss?
Just a bunch of fucking runts and Jello.
And are you like wringing out diapers if you need piss? If you don't have a kid that's pissing in a toilet or a cup, maybe they make him like piss in a pan or something. Just
taking it straight from the tap.
Dude, I'd bring that diaper out. I'd squeeze that thing.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't want to be scared.
Maybe we could pay Sylvester Stallone to do that.
Jay, what was that? That looked familiar.
Could
you do a little demonstration on your chair? If you have the balance, I'd love to see this hog in the wild.
Your underleg.
I mean, so Jason made this thing up when he was 6 years old. It's never gotten old.
Dude, he brought it to the banana suit even. It's been a classic through and through.
So get used to seeing that, folks. If you like true comedy, then you're going to see that a lot.
A lot of highbrow comedy here in the Findings podcast. If you're just listening audio-wise, I promise you're missing out.
You really are.
Come
on
over
so much
to the YouTube channel. We do appreciate, sometimes you're at work, you can't watch, you still want to laugh. That's half of why we're here. But
I've heard that several times from you.
Several.
Good way.
It's okay that you need to let it out. So I had this idea.
Semen is a demon. Let it out. Let it out. Semen is a demon. Let it out. Let it out.
Is that 3 Doors Down?
Yeah.
POD?
I know. POD. That was a better reference.
It is for Jake. Do you want to tell the POD story, Jake?
Nope. I'd rather not.
Damn it. I was really hoping for a good one. Okay.
I mean, there's no upside for me to tell that story. It's all bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Jay, if you haven't heard it, we'll talk after. But I did have this idea a couple weeks back. Hold on. Let me pull on my shitty thin mustache. Okay. I thought it would be fun for us to not do stand up on the podcast, obviously, because it would not make any sense and there wouldn't be 100 people laughing or whatever.
Thanks for coming out, folks.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work.
Hey.
But I thought it'd be fun to do like stand-up premises.
Okay, because that's pretty much what I write down.
Ideas. Same. I mean,
But it is all on my phone. I'd have to send it to my email or something.
Okay, you could remember a couple.
Okay, so not really a stand-up premise, but I guess it could be. What if you had a movie that was like Spider-Man into the multiverse, but it was
Wait, am I supposed to? Are we going to insert the laugh track?
Well, you kind of just ruined my whole confidence.
God damn it! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying to fill the room,
But it was going to be Jesus in the Bible verse, and it was going to be like all the different religions, how they're similar. They all kind of got a Moses figure and a this figure, and they're all going to come together, and there'll be like a punk rock Jesus, and like a cool Jesus, and like a lady Jesus, and different.
So you're thinking like an animated series or something?
I don't know. Could be live action into the Bible verse.
Into the Bible verse. That's fun. Because Bible verse. In case people missed that.
And it's all fiction, so who cares?
Jesus is shooting rockets at Al Qaeda. Just fuck you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just throwing out ideas, guys. I don't know what happened in the Bible.
Jesus, they all come together to fight the terrorists.
Dude, that's the Bible 4.
All the Christianities. We're running out of time. Let's hear your stand-up premises.
Well, I gotta go last. I gotta go last.
It's funny that I brought this up and that I just have absolutely nothing because I'm not looking at my phone like James. I had this. It doesn't really work unless you gotta look at it. Fuck my ass with a spoon.
Hey man, it was your idea.
I know, but
Bible verse came off, out of my head. I didn't have to
top
look
of your
at
tits.
a phone. I'm Al Capone.
Hold on. I got one. God, this is where you get really exposed. I had one. There was it. The premise was every guy wants to have a big dick, but having a big dick is really only cool to other guys. It's like having big bicep, being like a bodybuilder. It's like you're really doing that for other guys type thing.
Or just
like
other bodybuilders.
Yeah,
women. I like the idea of this. That's hilarious.
Thank you. I needed that. But yeah, like women like
have a big dick.
Women like muscular men, but they don't need like an 11-inch dick to be like, now I'm pleased. He's got a ruler in his pants. And
it's pretty cool.
And then I think fuck, I don't remember. The end of the joke was like, see, and this is where stand-up bits fall apart because I don't have it written out. It's not tried and true. Dude, on a stage.
The same thing.
But I was like, basically the end of the joke is I'd rather my kid not be here if I tell him this. It's like it ends up being like I would never want a huge dick. I just want like 2 of my dick. That's the punchline. Hey.
Like a backup?
What? No, like
a backup dick that's next to your other dick, just in case it ever goes out.
No, Zach, god damn it. I want 2 lengths of my dick. I don't want a huge dick.
How many of my dick is it?
I kind of think I'd rather have 2 of my dick.
I'm trying to get the size right here.
I know. I need to reform out that joke to Jason. Sammy, beat it, bro.
How
I
many
keep
Jason
talking about
dicks?
dicks, and my 8-year-old keeps coming downstairs.
It's
Sammy,
like, man, do you think you could come to my house? You're like, oh, how many Jason dicks away is it?
43,379.
Oh, it's not too bad. That's
Okay,
like
so that's like 3
that-
hours.
It's like next door.
Oh,
That's a strike. We needed one.
we needed a strike.
Sorry,
All right, Jay.
Jay's bit.
Okay.
I hope it's an 8-bit.
Like Jake, no finish here.
See, but this is the fun part of it.
I'm finishing
Is
over here.
it's got to be just ideas. We build off them. Also, none of us do stand up, but just ideas.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Sometimes I'm standing up.
All right. As far as like pedophiles having a hard time finding kids and shit, and that being a problem nowadays,
Is
dude,
it?
if you just move into an apartment, they will show up in your car if you don't lock it,
What?
and you can just drive away with them if you wanted to.
Wait,
I'm
has this
just
happened to
saying.
you?
So I lived at an apartment and they showed up in my roommate's car just in the morning. They were just going through his car and he went out to go to work and just a bunch of kids in his car because he didn't lock it. So that will happen at an apartment. And also, just to prove it a little more, I stopped at a gas station. Okay, think about where do you feel like you're gonna get lifted by somebody, dude? Like,
Probably a gas station.
I feel like it would be a gas station. No, dude. 3 kids. 3 kids from
3? You had a 3B?
3 kids from the darkest part of Africa. And they made me feel bad about not wanting to give them a ride home.
What?
Oh, dude, this was insane. They're like, "Oh, you're just gonna leave us out here? This is so blah blah blah. We have no way to get home. We don't know." And I was
I
like,
like that accent. That's good.
"Oh shit! If that was racist, I'm sorry, but that's exactly."
I
What
mean,
it
you were
sounded
just
like,
doing
okay?
your best to
If they
replicate their
spoke
voices.
that way, then it is not.
Truth.
Dude. So I gave him a ride, and this is literally backtracking.
You gave him a ride?
Oh my god.
Did all 3 of them make it home? Or did
No,
you take one?
and they told me where they wanted me to take them, and I said, "I'm not taking you there." I said, "I'm taking you to this gas station that's really close to there."
He just took him to another gas station.
Oh yeah, and I was like, "Peace,"
So
because
they
I was
could
like,
ask.
if I go to where they want me to go, dude, I'm gonna fucking end up with my car on fucking ramps and me just tied up, just getting face fucked by.
Yeah, I get that.
They're like,
It
we
could
just
be
need
like
you to
a-
come in, and then there's some fucking scary guy in a gimp mask waiting for you.
and then you get by a ruler. That's a
So
callback
far,
to
we
my
haven't
joke.
gotten to the bad part yet. I know, but
Damn,
it's
this is a
just
layered joke.
Well, my premise led to a conversation. I'm sorry. You guys were asking me stuff about it, but
No, I like it. I like it.
so anyways, I guess that's where you can take it. If anybody has any ideas, throw me a fucking penis symbol in the comments.
I
A
hold on.
penis symbol.
Hold on.
Holding.
I'm trying to think of how I feel about that joke because the premise is great. Because a lot of people do live in apartment complexes. You could also say like maybe like grocery store parking lots or something like that. Like you've had a kid pop in. I don't know. I've never had a kid pop in my car. I've popped a kid in my car.
Oh no, they popped up on me while I was going to my car. They told me I had to give them
Okay.
a ride.
See,
was like,
and
I could
that
just kill all of you. Like nobody would ever fucking know.
see, that's a good point. So if you were a pedophile, that's like, what would that be? It's like hitting the jackpot, basically, winning the
Dude, you
lottery.
just got fucking 3 bean bags. Are
Oh
you kidding
yeah.
me?
You're like, we're gonna stop by my house. We'll grab some water bottles for the trip. Boom. Freebie.
So easy.
Freebie.
Dude,
All right.
But
unreal.
if you had listened to them, you'd be like Zach said, tied up, getting fucked by their dad or something.
Dude, exactly. You can't listen to nobody 100% sometimes.
Don't
That
help
is a-
anyone.
That is a funny thing though. People asking for help, kids especially. If you're in like Vegas or something, like a bigger city or Mexico, you're instantly like, this is a trick.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being tricked.
Yeah.
But dude, this was here in Boise.
Yeah,
But
which
I
is
felt
pretty
that
wild.
way. I was just like, this doesn't seem like 100%. You know, like why
Yeah.
would you have ended up here if you didn't have a way home?
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense.
that makes sense. And you know what else makes sense? My cock.
Whoa.
This has been the Findings Cockcast.
Shout out Cecilio,
Shout out Cecilio
Adam O'Connor,
O'Connor.
Ryan De La Rosa, Justin, Chase South, Avery, if you're still in, Coral,
Avery
if you're
still
still in. We
Coral.
love all you foundlings. I don't know if Austin Allen's still here. We love you too.
We love all of our kids. You're the foundlings. We are your parents.
Our real
Kenzie
kids.
Juggler, dude.
Kenzie
If you're
Juggler.
still up in it.
I hope so. We'll be up in it soon. Remember to make it a money.
Money.